We've all seen deepfakes, or at least we've heard about them. But have you ever really stopped to think about why they work so well? I mean, it's not just about the tech being clever, it's about our own psychology. And today, we're going to break down the science of why these fakes feel so incredibly real, even when a little voice in the back of your head is screaming that they're not. And right there, that's the whole ball game, isn't it? It's that weird, unsettling feeling you get. Your logical brain sees a video of a politician saying something completely outrageous and thinks, okay, that's probably fake. But for just a split second, your gut lurches like it's 100% real. And that's the battle we're talking about, what you know versus what you feel. You see, that little gap between knowing and feeling, that's the danger zone. It's exactly what people with bad intentions are trying to exploit. Just imagine, you're scrolling through your feed and you see a video of your company's CEO, clear as day, announcing huge layoffs. What's your first reaction? Probably panic, right? Or maybe you're angry. You immediately forward it to your coworkers. And just like that, the damage is done, way before anyone even stops to ask, hey, wait a minute, is this thing even real? Okay, so to really understand what's happening here, we need to talk a little bit about how our brains are wired. Psychologists have this fantastic model for it. The idea that our brain basically runs on two different operating systems. Let's just call them the fast brain and the slow brain. So let's break that down. First up, you've got your fast brain. You can call it System 1. This is your brain's autopilot. It's all about emotion, it's automatic, it's instant, it's that gut feeling. But then you've got your slow brain, or System 2. This is your co-pilot, the critical thinker. It's analytical, it's deliberate, and honestly, it takes real effort to fire this one. And here is the absolute key to all of this. Deepfakes are not designed to fool your slow, analytical brain. Not at all. They are precision-engineered weapons aimed directly at your fast, emotional, System 1 thinking. The entire goal is to bypass your logic and go straight for that gut reaction. So that brings us to the most vulnerable moment we have, that tiny little window of time, just a few seconds, right after you see a deepfake. This is what we're calling the danger zone, because this is where all the damage gets done. And this timeline shows you exactly how it plays out. Within seconds of seeing a video, your fast brain, your System 1, triggers an emotion. Maybe it's shock, maybe it's outrage. Your immediate impulse? Hit that share button. It might be minutes, maybe longer, before your slow brain, System 2, finally kicks into gear and starts asking questions. But by then, it's already too late. The fake is out there, and it's spread. And let's be clear, this isn't some theoretical problem. This belief-action gap is a very real weapon. In the world of finance, a fake video of a CEO can cause a stock to crash in minutes. In politics, a fabricated scandal can spark outrage that spreads like wildfire, long before the truth can even put its boots on. The goal is always the same: exploit that initial flash of emotion to cause real, tangible harm. Okay, so that's the problem. And it sounds pretty serious, but here's the good news. You can absolutely defend yourself against this. It's all about building a kind of mental firewall, a skepticism toolkit that you can deploy in those first few critical seconds. And it's actually a pretty simple 3-step process. First, just acknowledge the emotional reaction. Did that video just make your blood boil? Did it scare you? Great, that's your cue. Second, and this is by far the most important step, just pause. For 3 seconds. Don't click, don't share, just stop. And third, use that pause to wake up your slow brain and start actively looking for red flags. So what kind of red flags are we talking about? Well, look really closely. Is the person blinking in a weird, unnatural way, or maybe not blinking at all? Does their mouth movement perfectly match the audio? Keep an eye out for weird lighting, like shadows that just don't make sense, or little digital blurs around the person's face. And here's a big one. Think about the context. Does the timing of this shocking video seem just a little too perfect given what's happening in the news right now? You know, all of this really boils down to one simple, incredibly powerful new rule for how we live online. It's not seeing is believing anymore. The new mantra, the one we all have to adopt, is verify before you share. Full stop. It's really the cornerstone of being a responsible citizen in the digital world. But the ultimate goal here isn't just to catch a fake video once in a while. It's about making this a habit. It's about actually training your fast brain to have a new default setting, to go from being instantly reactive to being instantly ready and skeptical. And this right here shows the exact shift we're aiming for. On the left, you see the old pattern. You get an emotional hit, and it leads directly to an action, like sharing. But on the right, that's the new goal. You insert a deliberate 3-second verification pause, and you practice it until that pause becomes just as automatic as the emotional reaction itself. So look, if you take only one thing away from our time together today, please let it be this. From now on, emotion is your tripwire. The stronger a piece of content makes you feel, the angrier, the more shocked, the more excited, the more skeptical you need to become. That powerful feeling is actually your brain's alarm system, telling you, hey, slow down, engage the slow brain, and maybe pause just a little bit longer. All of this leaves us with a really big, kind of tough question for the future. As this technology keeps getting better and the fakes become practically indistinguishable from reality, what happens to that old idea that seeing is believing? How are we supposed to build trust in anything when our own eyes and ears can be so easily fooled? Well, that's something we're all going to have to figure out together.